As construction of the International Convention Center begins, the permanent representative of Timor-Leste to the United Nations shares his views on ASEAN accession and what chairing the bloc in 2029 will mean for the nation. In part 2 of his interview with RTTL World News, Ambassador Dionisio Babo Soares also comments on bilateral relations between Timor-Leste and Myanmar after a war crimes case was filed against Myanmar President Min Aung Hlaing earlier this month.
In your opinion, how can Timor-Leste capitalize on its accession into ASEAN?
It's a market of about $4 trillion US. It has almost 700 million people. It's a huge market. Timor-Leste has to its own way to find a way to get these benefits. These benefits are there, so it's up to us to actually work and find the ways to do that. So we have to improve our economy. We have to do a lot of in terms of exploring the productive sectors and making sure that our economy is thriving and also not depending very much on oil and gas. We need to actually move beyond oil and gas and start thinking about developing our local economy and use our real sort of like annual income to fund our development and also to engage actively. It's not just conferences. It's just visit to these countries and talking about all the nice things, listening to people talk, and then we share ideas, but without any real progress made on the ground. How can we capitalize? So we have to have the means, and we need to do some serious structural reforms within Timor.
What does it mean to Timor-Leste to be chair of ASEAN in 2029?
Chairing ASEAN in 2029 will not only be historic first. It is an opportunity to showcase Timor-Leste to how to attract investors and shape the regional agenda. But all this can only be done if we strengthen our infrastructure, our institutions, and legal frameworks to meet ASEAN standards and deliver as a credible, effective chair. I have no doubt that we have our leaders who are able to do that. But our leaders need support from people like us. We have to have capable diplomats who, during the chairmanship, able to share, meetings at the technical level, not only with technical knowledge, but capacity to interact, to direct, and to hatch policies for the benefit not only of our benefits, but for the benefit of ASEAN as a whole.
In terms of bilateral relations, how do you view the situation between Timor-Leste and Myanmar and the war crimes case filed against President Min Aung Hlaing early this month?
At the UN, Timor-Leste aligns itself with the ASEAN's 5-point consensus and supports a peaceful, inclusive, and democratic solution led by the Myanmar people. We cannot intervene too much in that because even ASEAN, and we as a member of ASEAN, we have actually for this 5-point consensus, and we expect the Myanmar authorities to do it themselves as well as the people of Myanmar. But even intentions and the expulsion of our ambassadors, our diplomats, our position remains to work through the regional mechanisms, international law, to end the violence and restore legitimacy or legitimate political process in Myanmar. We have our own way of achieving peace. But we also expect that they could be willing enough, and I believe very much that this issue of Myanmar that's been dragged on and on for a long time could come to an end through dialogue, reconciliation, and through non-violence means.
Thank you, Ambassador, for talking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.